I raised my sister like a daughter. Now she's 15, pregnant, and says I ruined her life. I'm 23, and I've been the parent of this family since I was 14. My name is Lena. I have 4 younger siblings, but this story is about one of them, my little sister Maddie, who's 15 and pregnant, and who told me last week that she wishes I wasn't her sister, only so she could hate me properly. Let me back up. Our mom left when I was 12. She said she was going out to buy cereal and never came back. My dad? He was always half drunk, sometimes fully gone, either at the bar or passed out in the garage. Child services almost took us, but I begged them to keep us together. I swore I could handle it, and I did. Or at least I thought I did. I raised them, packed lunches with coins I found under the couch, forged dad's signature on school forms, learned how to braid hair using YouTube and a stuffed bear. I missed class to pick them up. I worked at a diner at 16 so we could have electricity. But Maddie, she was different from the rest. She wasn't grateful like the others. She followed me everywhere when she was younger, clung to my arm, called me Mama Lena sometimes. Some nights she'd fall asleep on me and whisper, "You're not my sister. You're my real mom." I didn't ask for that. Fast forward, I'm 21, working 2 jobs, legally made their guardian. I thought things would get better. They didn't. I was exhausted, angry, and barely human. I snapped often. I missed birthdays. I forgot school plays. I wasn't soft. I was survival. Then last year, Maddie started acting strange, sneaking out, lying about where she was, wearing makeup to school. I yelled at her a lot, probably too much. I told her she didn't know how hard life was. She told me I didn't know how to be a real mom. 5 months ago, she walked into the kitchen with her hands shaking and said, "Lena, I'm pregnant." I felt everything and nothing. Shock, anger, sadness, but also this drowning familiarity. Like fate was repeating itself. Like mom's choices were echoing through her. I said, "We can go to the clinic tomorrow. You don't have to do this." She said, "I want to. I love him. I want this baby." I laughed. I actually laughed. Because how could a 15-year-old with no idea what rent costs love someone enough to throw her life away? She cried and ran to her room, slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell. For weeks, we barely spoke. She went to school, came home, locked her door. My other siblings stopped talking when we entered a room together. Then I found out who the father was, a 19-year-old dropout named Toby, who lives with his older brother and sells vape cartridges behind the bowling alley. I lost it. I went to his house, dragged him outside, and screamed so loudly his neighbor called the cops. He didn't even deny it, just said she wanted it. She said she was on birth control, but she wasn't. The cops let me go with a warning. When I came home, Maddie was sitting on the porch crying. She said, "You always ruin everything. You never trust me. You just want to control me." I told her, "I gave up my whole life for you, and you throw yours away for some guy who won't even buy you lunch." That's when she said it. She looked me dead in the face and whispered, "You're not my mom. You're just my sister, a jealous one, who wishes I would suffer like you did." I swear I couldn't breathe. For a week I avoided her. I went to work, came home late, pretended to sleep on the couch. I thought maybe she was right. Maybe I wasn't her mom. Maybe I was just a bitter sister who never got to be a kid. But then my 10-year-old brother Jamie came into my room one night and climbed into my bed. He asked, "Are we all gonna get taken away again?" It hit me. I didn't have the luxury of shutting down. So I knocked on Maddie's door the next morning. She wouldn't open it. So I sat on the floor outside and talked through it. I told her how I never wanted this life. How I used to dream about moving to New York, becoming a photographer, falling in love slowly, not in between grocery lists and gas bills. How I didn't hate her. I was just scared. Scared of her becoming mom. Scared of losing her. Scared that I failed. For the first time in months, she opened the door. Her eyes were swollen. She said, "I didn't want to be you either. I just wanted a mom who wasn't tired all the time." We cried. On the floor. For an hour. I'm not gonna lie and say everything got magically fixed. It didn't. She's still pregnant. She still plans to keep the baby. But now, we're figuring it out. Together. We made a schedule. She's finishing school online next semester. I'm helping with doctor appointments. She got a part-time job babysitting for our neighbor. She blocked Toby. He still texts her sometimes, but she doesn't answer. Last night, she came into my room and asked if I wanted to help her pick baby names. She said, "Only if you still want to be in her life." I said, I never stopped. And for the first time in a long time, she hugged me first. So yeah, I don't know if I did the right thing raising them. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing now. But I know this. Even if she thinks I ruined her life, I would ruin mine again for her.